Why is there no Thursday this week?
Because it's on Saturday instead. Because England are playing in the football.
Who's on Saturday then?
Warrington and Catalans.
Very good. Right.
He's on the telly.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't realise that was on the telly.
Yeah.
Right, we'll start off with Castleford
Say it
against...
here though.
No, it is though.
Alright, you ready?
Oh, sorry.
It's alright, you ready? Castleford against Huddersfield, Gary. Who do you think's going to win this one?
Well, I've just been saying there with Huddersfield, if they looking to make a charge for that top five, and yeah, they're starting to hit the straps a little bit halfway through the season now. Cass, hit and miss. So I think the Giants, Gaskell's in good form. I mentioned the Spine's in good form as well. Cruz leaving Hooker and down on McIntosh. If he can cut out his mistakes at times, McGilvray the right service. He'll still score your try. Still a quality winger. But Gaskell's the main man. The forwards will lay the foundation. I'm going for the Giants here. I'm going for the Giants by 10.
I think it's a massive game for both teams. And Darryl Powell has been talking for the last 3 or 4 weeks that he's quite happy with the way his team are playing, and that the injuries have disrupted them. There comes a point in your season though where, whether that's valid or not, you have to win. And I think we've reached that with Castleford. If they are going to do anything this year, they have to win this game. And I think the credit that they've got in the bank for the way that they've played the bulk of the last 2 seasons, I'm probably just going to favour them for that reason alone. So I'm going to go Cass, but I think this will be really close. Maybe Cass by 6.
Richard?
I'm going to agree with Schoey and go with the Giants here. I can't work out Castleford. And as I've tipped Wakefield to finish above them in the league, I reckon he'll be going above them at some point in the near future. Huddersfield were very impressive when we saw them last at the Magic weekend. Against the Hull, were just completely insipid. So I think it'd be a close one, but I'm going to go for the Giants by 2.
This does feel like a massive game, doesn't it? And I just, at the minute, I just can't see Castle. I just don't feel Castleford are going to win. I actually hope they do, because I hope they make the 5. I said they would at the start of the year. Nothing against Huddersfield. I like Wolford have said that. But I think it's Huddersfield's time at the minute. I think it's now or never for them. I think if they're going to mount a run, they need to get some wins in the next few weeks. The week off will hopefully do both teams a bit of good as well. But I think Huddersfield will win at Castleford by 4 points.
And you were good last week.
I must have been top now.
Yeah, but we didn't do the cup games within their account as part of the league.
What? I got the Halifax one right.
I haven't updated it for weeks anyway.
Well, we'll just put me at the top then. Hull FC, they play when they want, take on Salford.
Who play when they want. So what we're going to get? We're going to get.
We'll just toss a coin before I go, right, who's winning?
It's going to be 60-50.
Are we going to get a crap game where it's going to be a knock-on and the rubbish and the quality is going to be crap? Or are we going to get a quality game where there's going to be plenty of skill, plenty of teams getting ripped in? Jackson Hastings and Robert Louis with all the skills what they've got. Albert Kelly back to his bench, seen Jake Collar, Max Lee setting up tries, kicking goals everywhere. And we're going to get a points fest. But we don't know, do we?
No.
We just haven't got a clue. We haven't got a clue what we're going to get. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Both teams turn up, get an entertaining game from there, and I think Hull will get it. And it's our Len's number. It's Len's number. It's Hull by 7.
I think Hull need to start building now. If they seriously are going to make an impression in the semi-finals, and they're also going to go back to Wembley, I don't think you can keep turning it on and off. What we've got with the Challenge Cup at the moment is you only need to win 3 games to get to Wembley. But I think that to be successful, you have to at some point become consistent. Salford, I have no idea about. Salford, we reliably informed everyone's leaving. Coach would be happy if he might even be offered a job elsewhere. Every player's signing up for somebody else. So you'd think there'd be no spirit in the team, but when we saw them against St Helens, it was one of the best hours we'd seen in Super League. So I have no idea which Salford is going to turn up or what motivation they've even got this year. But I just think Hull have to play from now to Bolton. I don't think they can afford to take their foot off the gas. I think Lee Radford will demand no less. We already know 2 of the players that they've signed for next year. So recruitment has started.
A good recruitment as well for Hull.
I wonder
what
that means for Matty Dawson-Jones, whether unfortunately he's going to be one of these players that play one game and get injured and dispense with
Such
it.
is life.
I can't see him and Adam Swift competing for.
He might be the backup though, might he?
Well, I think they've already got re-signed their other two wingers in Nalago and Ferrimo. So.
Fair enough.
But they're already recruiting. They're looking forward. I think you've got to do it off a platform of some degree of consistency. So I'm going to go Hull by 10.
I'm going to go Hull as well, for all the reasons stated above. But this could be anything. This could be 50-0 to Salford or 47-23 to Hull FC. As it is, I've gone for a narrow Hull victory. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd there on Friday night to watch this one. Hull by 4.
Every time I tip Salford to win, they get beat. So I'm certainly. I'm
Hello, Salford fans.
They lost to Hull KR. You know, that's how bad Salford can be. Could Salford get dragged in at the bottom? Potentially. I think Hull will win. I think Hull will win quite convincingly, to be honest. I think Hull will win by 16. I think it'd be a comfortable night for the Black and Whites. There's something about Hull. I just think this might be their time. You know, having written them off at the start of the year, I think this might be their time. There's an attitude, and again, I questioned them getting hammered. When they get hammered too easily. But I think this is a team you don't go to Warrington and win if you're not a team, and I think
they're picking choosing the games out of the Hull.
They are, but I think this is one. I think they want to win this one, so they'll win.
Yeah.
Right, Wakefield against the Leeds Rhinos. This is a TV game on Friday night. Wakefield at home against the Legends Leeds.
Boy, oh boy. Wakefield 3 unbeaten at the moment. Is it 3 or 4? Is it 3 or 4 unbeaten? Is it Leeds? Boy, oh boy, come on. Do I give him another chance? Is there a bit of rejuvenation?
When you say Wakey 3 unbeaten, what, against Leeds or?
No. So far they're on the field.
No, they lost last week. They did lose the week before as well.
Big win this week, but not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you don't count that.
They're not in great form.
You don't. Yeah,
It's like beating Leeds. You don't count that.
No, you don't count that.
Don't goals in the Eredivisie, you don't count.
But Leeds. I'm not going against them. I'm not going against them. I don't think Wakefield hitting the right form. Bruffy's back, yeah, but he was nowhere near fit. Fafita's not playing. It'll be a big loss. Leeds under Agar. I'm hoping the players will get a bit of response. Parcell, what he's been saying, we could get in the run with only 6 points away from the 5. So now, please, Leeds players, I'll just say to you, stop talking the talk, start walking the walk. I'm going for Leeds to win by 8.
I think the most significant factor might be the fact that Leeds have had a week off. I think that will have benefited them at this stage in the season. Obviously would rather have been in the Challenge Cup, but Wakefield to me seem like a team whose injuries are just starting to catch up with them. There was nothing between these teams at Bellevue the last time they played. It was 2 points in
when Wakefield had half a team out.
Yeah, but Leeds actually played okay for part
against
of that
half
game.
a Wakefield team, and they still lost.
Stop reminding us.
I'm going to go for Leeds, obviously, because I just think that week off will benefit them. No Parcell because he's banned, which puts the onus upon Dwyer.
Yeah, it's good for Parcell to come out in the paper and say, I've been cracked, so all my teammates are going to have to win this week.
Yeah, because I'm not playing for the next 2 games.
Yeah.
I also think that the Watkins situation may start clearing a bit of the air.
Do you think? Or
yeah,
it could go the other way, that, you know.
I'm not sure.
Could go the other way.
I'm not sure it will.
Will they take the captaincy off Callum now?
Got to do.
Well,
Got to
do
do.
it today.
Yeah. Sack him.
Yeah.
I don't know all about that. I got sacked 3 times as Leeds captain.
So I'm narrowly going to go for Leeds, and the season revival starts after the London game.
Rich?
What score, Phil, did you say, sorry?
2.
Well, usually I'd say Leeds for reverse psychology, wouldn't I? But I've got to say Wakefield, and for many reasons. One, everyone's a bit concerned now. Wakefield lost the Saints in the Cup, right? Saints are really good. I've got to point this out again. Saints are the best team in the division at the moment. Yes, they lost to London again. No one knows why, apart from bad attitude, which is the obvious reason. What people are forgetting about Leeds is they've beaten London, right? They snuck past London by 2 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Leeds are still crap.
Yeah.
People are forgetting this. So I'm saying all this now. Leeds are falling apart again. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to go Wakefield by 2 because we shouldn't be scared of playing Leeds because they ain't no good. And if they do go on and win, well, they go on and win. So be it. But Wakefield should win by 2.
Yeah, the big thing you've mentioned is obviously they've had the week off. That is the one big thing, and I think Wakey's. I think the cup draw, as bad as it was for Wakey, actually did them a favour because had they lost to Hull KR, for instance, that would probably been more damaging. Everyone expected them to lose. They lost. They've had injuries have caught up with them. They're struggling. But you know what? I think if you just said, who do you want to play next week, lads? They'd say, play Leeds. Because I think they know they can beat Leeds.
Yeah.
And I think they will beat Leeds. And I think they'll beat Leeds quite good. And I think, as Richard said, Leeds were lucky to beat London. You know, another 5 minutes, they probably would have lost. All right, it's an 80-minute game. They won the game. Fair play. They ain't no good. They're relying on bits of brilliance rather than a team performance. I think Wakefield will win by 14.
Oof. Boy, oh boy.
I do. And I won't be... Yeah, I know they're down on troops. I just think it's a game they think they'll win.
Is Danny Kerman going to play? Because I know he...
I don't know.
Well, he should be in the Wakefield Hall of Fame. I was having this discussion on Twitter with people on Saturday night.
He will be.
Can't have a Hall of Fame which doesn't have all the best players in, and then have somebody in and then say Danny Kerman shouldn't be in.
No, he'll be in. I
guarantee. Someone's
guarantee.
been at a club for 30 years, don't mean
I guarantee. Exactly. Right, Warrington Catalans on Saturday. Legend.
Yeah, well, Catalans are just so frustrating, aren't they? And on the road again, and it's still a massive problem. Warrington, yeah, they held on against Catalans, didn't they? Warrington. Oh no, Catalans beat them by a point, didn't they? Didn't they? Warrington, yeah. But no, the Catalans on the road, they've still got the massive problems from there, and at times it looks as though the players couldn't care less, if I'm honest with you. And that was certainly identified last week in the Cup, you know, with that performance against the Black and Whites. Warrington, they look to keep the pressure on St Helens, because obviously St Helens will win. They're down at London the day after. I'm going for an easy Warrington win here. I'm going Warrington to win by 24.
Again, I have no idea on the basis of the fact that I don't know which Catalan are going to turn up. That against Wakefield on the road at Magic Weekend, they look pretty solid. They found a way to win, and were absolutely horrible at Hull. As bad a performance as I've seen in many a long year, and I watched Leeds. Warrington still, yes, they've got flashes of absolute genius in their team, and when Blake Austin plays, he's almost unplayable. But there's something about Warrington still at the moment that there's a vulnerability somewhere in the team. I don't know whether Catalan are good enough this week to expose that. I just think they owe it to themselves to put in a performance. But I don't think they're going to be good enough to beat Warrington, so I'll go Warrington by 10.
Warrington, because they're better than Catalans. Catalans are inconsistent.
I think
Warrington by 8.
Yeah, was it after they got thumped Catalan last time by Salford? They actually came out the week after and won, didn't they? A big win. I'm with you though. Away from one, I think it'd be tough. I agree with what you said about Warrington. There is a vulnerability about them. I think that'll come out in the big games. Not this one. I think it's a game they'll win. I'll go Warrington by 8. Right, on to Sunday. Hull KR against Wigan. This is a big game at the bottom of the table, because if Hull KR can win, they go level with Wigan.
Yeah, and I think that'll be their motivation as well. They've sacked the coach as well, so the players have got what they wanted. So whoever takes it, obviously it'll be James Webster won, I would imagine, for a week or so. And it can't be any longer, surely, after the job what he did previously, to be honest with you, from there. But Hull KR, they scored plenty of points. Wigan, have they got the points in them? I think this will be a high scoring game. I do, just because Hull KR can't defend, but Hull KR like to score points. So, but Wigan, if they are going to be serious contenders for the 5, they want to go on the roll now. They're at least 3 or 4 on the bounce, and I think they'll do it. I don't think there'll be much in it though. I'm going to go Wigan by 6.
I think again the big factor is one team's had a week off, and I think that's massive at this mid-season point. Hull KR, that last 20 minutes against Warrington, I think will have taken a lot out of them physically and psychologically. I think we've all said it. It's a make or break game for Wigan. Their season is dependent on this game. Lose and you're in a relegation dogfight. Win, and the coach more than anybody needs to win if he's going to secure a position for next year. And you're back amongst the teams that think they've got a chance of finishing in the 5. So Wigan never get beaten by much. Hull KR have a propensity to points in, so I'm going to go Wigan by 12.
Wigan and Hull KR have the second worst and third worst attacks in the division.
Nil.
Hull have the worst defence by 19 points compared to London Broncos. Hull KR, sorry. Hull FC's defence is crap as well. They've conceded the third most points. Must be something in the water. Wigan will win. It'll be rubbish. It's not on the telly, so that's good. I won't bother listening to it on local radio either. Go do something else. Go watch a championship game or something in League One. Hull KR, no. I'm going for Wigan by 4.
Yeah, I think a week off for Wigan, recharge the batteries. This is a game they've got to win. They will win. They weren't good enough to beat Warrington, but they were good enough to compete for an awful long time, and it took a bit of Blake Austin brilliance to beat them at the Magic. I think they'll win. I think they'll win reasonably comfortably. I think there'll be about 8 points in it. Wigan by 8. Right, last one then. Bottom of the table. London Broncos taking on St Helens on Sunday. Surely only one outcome. Legend.
Yeah, there is. Saints are just too good, aren't they? But London, they'll give it the best shot, but unfortunately, Saints far too much quality. And but it won't be easy. They'll give an 80-minute performance. That's what Danny Ward wants from his players. The players always give him that. But I'm winning from there. I'm going to go St Helens. I'm going to go St Helens by 26.
It's down to Saints and their attitude. If they turn up and put in the professional performances that they have for all of this season, they will win. The only thing that would undo them, I think, would be taking London lightly, which they know would be a mistake because London really tested them at Knowlesley Road, shows how old I am, at the Totally Wicked Stadium, which now makes a profit every year, which is well done to Eamon McManus. That is really important that he's turned that business around. I just can't see Saints slipping up at the moment. There's something methodical, mechanical and extremely entertaining about them, and I think they'll just have too much on a very fast pitch for the Broncos, and I'll go Saints by 12. Good
chance for some squad rotation for Justin Holbrook, and the players who come in will want to impress because there's obviously some big games coming out for Saints and you never know what's going to happen with injuries. But Saints, they are professionals and they will win by 24.
Yeah, I think it'd be really high scoring. I could see it being something like 50-20. I think Saints will win by... I'm going 24 as well.
I think one game I would highlight that we're not predicting, but if you wanted to go and watch a match this weekend, Saturday afternoon in the Betfred Championship, York against Toulouse. If you like open, entertaining rugby, head for Bootham Crescent.
Very good.
Hi, everyone over in the UK. Well, I'm here to tell you that come October this year, I'll be travelling to the UK to do a week-long talking tour. I'll be talking about everything in my life, my rugby league career, how I started, and of course how I finished this year. I'll be travelling to Leeds, St Helens, Hull and Doncaster to do live events. Go to rmsportsevents.co.uk to get all the information. I'll also be playing a couple of games of rugby league against an old foe of mine, Adrian Morley. The events also support Life for a Kid. Can't wait for it. It's going to be great fun. I love the UK. See you in October.